What it is, what I do, folks. Officially touched down in Korea. Going to get a bus down to Itaewon, get into the city. Taxis are pretty expensive, so I'm going to try to do the bus. But yeah, just heading to the airport. This is definitely probably the newest frontier edge pushing thing for me. Korean is not particularly good at it. It doesn't really stick in my brain, so working our way here, and we're going to see how this weekend goes. I'm just excited to explore a new country. So let's do Korea. What is up, folks? Made it to G Guest House Hostel here in Seoul. I'm in Itaewon. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Apologize to my Korean friends or people who are watching this of me botching it. But just figured I'd show you the room. With the room set up here. Of course, gotta take your shoes off. Like any good Asian space. And it's not so bad. It's a little tight. We got a heater here. It's kind of that rustic, and we got lockers. Not so bad. But one thing that's a big game changer is we got a hot water heater. We got a microwave, a fridge. Game changer. Keep your beers cold. Got my locker. And yeah, pretty nice setup. The beds are a little low, but we got curtains around them, which is nice. Just a little bit of privacy goes a long way. And yeah, so this is set up. Let's see what the bathroom's like. I have not even looked in here yet. Okay, pretty remedial. So this is the setup. It is about 7:45, and I'm about to get me some food. So not really sure what I'm gonna get into. I think I might get dumplings tonight. Just a reminder, each one is kind of like the party area. So according to like the front desk, it's not the biggest spot for like high-end eats, but it's the spot where you go to eat and have drinks. So I'm curious to see how this area is as we move forward. Unfortunately, this is the area of that massive tragedy on Halloween, which is like, you know, super sad. I think about 100, I believe it was like 115, 120 people, I think, maybe even higher died. I have to double check and verify. I'll put that below the number underneath here when I actually verify that number, but passed away due to an actual massive crush. There's a lot of alleyways around here. There's a lot of bars, a lot of little eateries and restaurants. And on Halloween, it was the first time that this area was open after COVID. And foreigners and nationals alike wanted to come out and celebrate. If you're not so familiar with some of the culture of maybe, I would say Korea, Japan, China as well, there's a bit of a culture of like having to queue up, get in lines, and also just kind of marching forward. Unfortunately, I think that played a role in this is just my speculation and just my understanding, so I pretend to be no expert. This is my first time in Korea, but I do think some of that culture of walking forward and kind of that line setting is what caused potentially caused some of the crush, because people weren't aware how bad the situation was, and people were just trying to explore the streets, have a good time. It's Halloween, and unfortunately, in the alleyways, it led to a mass crush where people ended up passing away due to heart attacks, suffocation, things like that. So absolutely terrible situation. But I am here now. It is December. We're about 2 months from when this occurred, and you know, we'll see during the daytime when we walk around, and maybe even a little bit tonight, what that's like. It is a Thursday, so it might be quiet. It is pretty cold, 32 degrees, so I got the hoodie, got the jacket out, brought these with me. I was really fortunate to be able to leave them at my friend's house while I was in Thailand and in the tropics. So let's get out there, let's get some food, and let's do some exploring. All right, folks, it's the first night, and we're already kicking it all crazy. We got some dumpling stew here, beef stew. I'm just at a place right near the hostel. Of course, you got all these little starter plates. If you've never had Korean, you always get some starter plates when you eat most food like this. Let's give this a go. Oh, man, this is so freaking good. Korea, I'm about to gain 500 pounds here and eat my way through here because this is just unreal how good it is, man. Whew, nothing like some good old Korean cooking. I'm gonna get to this, finish up, and see you guys after the meal. It's gonna call a little early tonight. It's pretty cold here, and also gotta do some research for tomorrow. So that's the plans right now. So let's get into this dessert. We have acquired the Target. Let's see if this place is still open. Here we go. Man, this is super good. It's like not ice cream, it's like cream, it's got jam, strawberry jam, it's got some crunch, it's a crispy waffle. Super good. Good morning, folks. We're taking the subway. Check paid. Let's go. The plan for today is I have a class, which is a stone stamp carving class, meeting the person at Anguk Station, which is like, I believe, up by Insadong, which is kind of like more north. So the plan is right now, I haven't eaten, I had a slow morning, had to get some stuff in order, and then I'm gonna be heading over to meet up with that person to do this class. So I booked through Airbnb Experiences. I'm excited to see how it goes. Again, my Korean's pretty crap, so we're gonna just see how we fare, but I'm excited to take this course. So that's the plan. Remember, mask here, everyone wears them in public spaces. It's a respect thing. I believe it's also the law, so just remember, if you're coming to Korea now, you still gotta wear a mask when you're indoors. So my favorite thing to do when I'm traveling is to like grab random food that I have no idea what it is, but right now I ended up hopping off the subway. I believe this is like an egg, biscuit kind of thing. And I got these little fishies, which are usually filled with cream and chocolate. So that's the plan for breakfast right now. I have a few minutes until I have to meet up with the person for the class, which is like over here. Exit 6 of the subway. Sorry, I meant to say these are filled with red bean paste, not chocolate. So yeah, still really good. And super cheap.
Okay, long time ago, Korean kings eaten dessert made of honey, fermented honey with cornstarch, corn flour. Honey very hard, so making whole, and now is onion making. Stretching, little by little, stretching. I'm making 16,000 string. Yeah, first honey, 1 string, 2 and 4. Count the jaja.
That is wild.
Unbelievable. And nuts and pudding, almond. Lol. Ton. Very delicious. Yummy. So this
Whoa, that's crazy.
Actually, eat better frozen. Eat better frozen and with tea, with coffee. Tea biscuit, so very good.
All right, folks, we just got here to the studio. This is Helen's studio. It's absolutely lovely. This is where we're going to be doing some of the work in carving today. This is kind of the setup we have. She was very lovely, made me tea, but she's not going to be on camera today. So you're going to be seeing what we're going to be working on. We're going to record some of that. I'm sure you'll hear some conversation, but this is the work today. We're going to be doing some traditional carving on some stone. Alrighty, people, we have started the class. This is how far I've gotten so far. I'm creating trees, snow. I've learned a little bit about the history of the carving and how Helen started doing this. Right now I'm doing the side here. So these are trees, the dots are snowflakes. I'm using this really interesting tool. It's different than a tool I've ever used in the past, but a really sharp blade. You use the corner. To make the bigger moons, you actually spin the whole piece of soapstone, and then for these other parts, we are etching pretty much. The way we're going to do my name, we're going to do it in Korean, but an example here is you have to mirror image it on the bottom of the stone. We have 2 styles here, which is, if I'm not mistaken, it's Unguk, Yamgak, and those so different styles. So the Unguk is the one where you have it all filled in with red. So if this is ink, as you can see, basically the lines are the things that are exposed. And the Ungak is if you carve you carve everything but the stone where you want to see the print. So right now we're moving forward, getting it done. And it's a pretty fun, exciting process. Alrighty, folks, this is my name in Korean. So we have designed it, we've flipped it over, we've gotten it ready. Pretty excited, and this is where I get to start carving. So, alrighty, we are starting the carving process. So for this one is the unguk, so I'm gonna carve the lines out. and then it should be left with what the ink will end up.
Careful. Don't complete your stone onto the case.
Right,
Your stones will be broke. Okay? Tamping like this one.
Stamping it.
And hold this stamp with hand, another palm your hand on the top. And shaking back and forth slightly with pressure. Ta-da!
Voila. Oh, I see. Okay, wow. So I think that means, right, this line probably needs to go a little darker.
Yeah. So
That
I think
one.
they make a little
And that
bigger,
line, yeah.
and this is bigger.
And then that
Here
one
is a bigger.
Yeah. Okay. What is up, folks? So I wrapped up my class. It went really well. Had a great time learning about the stamps and carving and all about Helen and her career. Right now I'm walking around, bought some tea, and we're heading into this really cool kind of plaza, which is a bunch of art, kind of like this, and a bunch of shops all through it. So doing a bit more exploring through Insadong. I feel like it's gotten colder as the day's gone on, the sun's gone down, but eating my way since I've taken the class. I'm gonna botch the name, apologize. Tteokbokki, which is some rice cake, fish cake. So they put it in a little cup so you can walk around and eat it. But yeah, just still exploring Insadong, and then we're gonna move over to the next area. Wandered around, and we are getting close to the area that Helen told me to stop by, which is, I believe, pronounced Ikseondong. And in this area, it's very tight quarters, kind of like Itaewon. There's all these like kind of like alleyway corridors, which are, I guess, somewhat traditional to what Seoul used to look like back in the day. Area is super cool and just off the edge of Insadong, and I haven't found anything on it, and I would have known about it unless Helen let me know. So one of those cool little finds as you're wandering around. Decided to stop off in Cafe Nakon, so I got a latte. Pretty buzzing so far. Just sitting here in a little room off to the side of the railroad track, so pretty nice. Figured I'd take a break and enjoy a coffee. Alright folks, we are here at Korean food with my friend Serena, the one and only. We met when we went to school together in high school, and we were, how long were you with us? You were there for a year?
10 months, I think.
10 months, right? And at the time, she was brand new, didn't speak any English. 15 years later now, and we're able to like hang out, chop it up, and we're doing it here in her hometown, of course, in Korea. So, we're having, is this pork belly?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so some pork belly.
제 생각에는 이 근처 건물도 거의 다 기계식 돈 내고. 네, 그래서 not answering back. 언제 줘도 제가 돼요.
Thanks. Just finished up the meal. It was absolutely delicious. This place specializes in pork, so we're drinking some of this stuff and some beer. Korean soju, but it's got 0 calories, no sugar. So it's pretty good. We're doing it with some of the beer over there. I'll see you in a minute.